Hello, everyone. It's me, Mrs. Gronert, and I am so excited because it is Oregon STEM Week, and today is our first STEM Week challenge. Today is Make It Monday, and we are going to be making a lute. What's a lute? Well, a lute is a musical instrument that has strings that vibrate to create sound. Watch this. Lutes can be found in countries all over the world. Today, we get to make our very own lute. So cool. Okay, let's take a look at what we need to complete this project. You need some sort of a cardboard box. Old food boxes work great for this project. You need a paper roll that you make on your own or a cardboard tube. You also need rubber bands, duct tape, and scissors. Okay. For this activity, we're going to be using the engineering design process. Remember, when we're using the engineering design process, the first thing we do is define what needs to be accomplished and what tools are available. So we know what tools we need to create our lute, and we know we need to create a lute. So now we want to brainstorm. Use your imagination to come up with some ideas. How are you going to create the lute with the materials provided? Once you've decided on that and come up with an idea, create a plan. I've already done that. I created a plan right here. Here's an example of my lute. I'm going to try to attach the rubber bands with tape across the hole. I drew the box here and I showed that that's taped there. Then I'll attach the paper tube to the top with the tape as well. And that's it. Okay. Now remember, if something isn't working, just try again. It's okay to make mistakes. It helps you learn and make a better product in the end. Okay. Let's take a look at what we do to complete this challenge. The first thing we need to do is cut a hole in the center of the box. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my box. Now, there are a couple of ways you can cut a hole. You could cut down the side and then make a hole. But for me, I think it's easier to poke a hole in the center of the box and then use my scissors to cut around that. I'll show you how I do it. I'm going to poke my pen into the center of the box right here. Ready? Here it is, and I'm going to push really hard. There we go. See that? It went right through, and I'm even going to poke it through more to kind of make the hole bigger. See that? Perfect hole. Now, it's easy because I can just slip my scissors into the hole to cut in a circle shape. If you need help with this, you can ask an adult for help or even ask your teacher. I'm sure they would be happy to help you with the hole because this is about the hardest part. Okay. Oh, I like that. That hole came out pretty nice. Look at that. Now, I need to attach my rubber bands across the hole using tape. Now, there is a really important thing you need to do when you attach your rubber bands. Here is one of my rubber bands. See if my rubber band is loose like this? It won't make noise. But if I can stretch it, listen. I can make noise with it. So I want to make sure I stretch my rubber bands nice and tight across the hole with my tape. Okay, I'm going to do that now, and I'll show you when I finish. Okay, now I have my rubber bands attached across the hole with the tape. One thing that I need to do to make sure those rubber bands stay nicely is to press down over the top of where the rubber bands are on the tape. That way I can make sure that tape is holding them down nicely and tightly. I'm going to do that on both sides. Okay, so now that that's finished, what do I do next? Well, next I need to make a paper roll if I don't have one already, or use the paper roll I have and attach it to the top with tape. So I'll do that now and I'll show you when I finish. Okay, I'm almost finished attaching my paper roll to the top. But one thing I want you to see is that I did add a lot of tape all the way around. And to attach that paper roll, what I want to do is have some of the tape on the box and some of the tape on the tube, kind of like this. See that? Then it holds to both the box and the tube. See that? Now my paper roll's on there pretty good. I'm going to add one more piece of tape right there. Oh, look at that. That's on there pretty nicely. Okay, now I have one last thing I need to do. I need to tape my box shut. I'll do that, and when I finish, I'll show you. Okay, so I've used tape to shut my box, and now my final step is to play the lute. Let's see how it sounds. That's so awesome. I can't believe how great it works. Once you've finished your lute, I want you to think, what improvements could you make to improve the sound of the lute? Is there something you could change with the way you made it to make it sound even better? How could you improve the strength of the completed lute? What design changes lead to different sounds? So higher or lower sounds with the strings? And how can you make a higher sound or a lower sound? I think I'm going to be trying that out right now. I can't wait to see the lutes you create. Please take a picture of them and put them into Seesaw. Have fun, and I hope to see you again very soon.